Breaking news: Sam Heughan hospitalized in critical condition. It was an autumn morning in London, the sky was grey and heavy with clouds. Sam Heughan had just returned from a long shoot for a new film project, an action movie in which he played the main role. He was exhausted after days of almost no sleep, but his schedule still did not allow for rest. In the quiet apartment, Sam sat on the sofa, holding a cup of coffee. He felt his heart pounding, his breathing rapid, but he thought it was just the consequences of overwork. He did not want to bother the crew with a complaint, because Sam had long been known as a strong person who never backed down. However, just a few minutes later, a sharp pain erupted in his chest. His body turned cold, his vision blurred. The coffee cup fell to the floor, shattering. Sam collapsed, trying to reach for the phone, but his hands were shaking hopelessly. The door clicked. It was his assistant, Laura, who had come to take him to an interview. When she opened the door, Laura screamed in panic, "Sam! Oh my God!" She quickly called the ambulance. Minutes later, an ambulance arrived with its siren blaring. Shocking news: the news of Sam Heughan's hospitalization spread quickly on social media. A reporter accidentally saw the ambulance leaving his apartment and posted on Twitter. Breaking news: an ambulance has just taken Sam Heughan away from his London apartment. Condition unknown. #Sam Heughan. Within an hour, a series of major newspapers had headlines. Outlander star Sam Heughan rushed to hospital in critical condition. Worried fans pray for Sam Heughan. What is the truth about the Scottish actor? Millions of fans around the world were shocked. Forums and fan groups were flooded with messages. "God bless Sam, he must be okay, unbelievable." In Hollywood, many colleagues also spoke out. Katrina Balfe, Sam's closest co-star, wrote on Instagram, "My heart is broken by the news. Sam is a fighter. He will pull through." In the emergency room at St. Thomas Hospital, the medical team raced against time. Sam was rushed into the emergency room in a state of unconsciousness, with an irregular heartbeat. Doctors suspected he had acute heart failure due to overwork and prolonged stress. Head cardiologist Dr. Richard Collins ordered, "Prepare for an EKG. Hurry." The sound of machines rang out incessantly. Sam's body jerked with the shock. The heart rate on the screen flickered erratically, then gradually returned. The nurses breathed a sigh of relief, but his condition remained critical. Laura, the assistant, stood in the hallway, tears streaming down her face. She called Sam's family in Scotland, then contacted his management team. Within hours, the world knew, Sam Heughan was fighting for his life. Concerns spread. The hospital was surrounded by media. Paparazzi crowded outside the gate. Reporters updated bit by bit. An ambulance left the hospital. Not sure if it was related to Sam, his family is in London. Fans came, lit candles and laid flowers in front of the hospital gate. A large sign read, "Stay strong, Sam." Inside, doctors were still closely monitoring. Sam was taken to the intensive care unit, ICU. Dr. Collins told the press, "Patient Sam Heughan's condition is very serious. We are doing everything we can." These words were like salt in the hearts of fans, reminiscences of a lifetime of dedication. In his coma, Sam seemed to be lost in a series of memories. He saw his childhood days in Scotland, where the wind blew gently. He remembered his mother, the woman who raised him with all her love. He found himself at drama school in London, a young man with a burning dream of being on stage. He remembered the day he first stepped into the role of Jamie Fraser in Outlander, a role that changed his life. He remembered the fans, The letters, the hugs, the tears as they told him how Jamie had helped them through their struggles. In the darkness, a question echoed, "Is this the end?" A friend by his side. As night fell, Katrina Balfe appeared at the hospital. She had flown in from Ireland as soon as she heard the news. Meeting Laura in the hallway, Katrina choked up. "I have to see him. Even if it's just through the glass." In the ICU, she put her hand on the glass partition, watching Sam lying motionless surrounded by machines. She whispered, "Sam, you can't give up. The whole world is waiting for you. And so am I." The nurses were moved to tears as they witnessed the moment, the battle in the dark. Sam's body was still weak, but his will had never died. In his coma, he found himself standing on a dark stage. There was no audience around, only a faint light shining down. A voice rang out. "Will you give up or continue to fight?" Sam looked down at his trembling hands. He remembered the audience, his family, his friends. He shouted, "I will fight." In the real world, his heart monitor gave a more stable signal. The doctors realized that his body was responding positively. A faint hope. After 2 days in the ICU, Sam's condition began to show small improvements. He opened his eyes for a moment, although he could not speak yet. Laura held his hand, smiling through her tears. "You will be fine, Sam. Everyone is waiting for you." The press reported, "Good news, Sam Heughan shows signs of recovery." Fans were overwhelmed, and the hashtag pray for Sam turned into hashtag stay strong Sam on Twitter. Facing the truth. When Sam became more sober, Dr. Collins explained to him, "You have heart failure due to exhaustion. If you continue your old lifestyle, working non-stop, ignoring your health, you may not survive another one like that." Sam was silent. He had never been afraid of death, but thinking of the people he loved, the unfinished plans, he knew he could not underestimate himself any longer. A promise to return. A week later, Sam was discharged from the hospital to the welcome of hundreds of fans. He was thin, but his smile was still radiant. In front of the camera, he said briefly, "I was very close to the edge, but thanks to everyone's love, I'm still here. I promise to take better care of myself. And I will come back, stronger." Fans burst into tears and applauded.